Okay, so this is the ChorusText board. I have three sliders here on the surface of the board, one placed vertically and two placed horizontally. So the vertical one is the line slider, so it allows the user to switch between lines in a given body of text, because lines are placed vertically in a given body of text. That means the first line at the top, and then below that is the second line, and the third line is below that, and the fourth line is below that, and so on. And this slider, the second slider, is for switching between words in a given line. So words are placed horizontally. That means the second word is placed to the right of the first word, and the third word is placed to the right of the second word, and so on. And so as the user slides this knob from left to right, the system will read out the content of the second word, the third word, the fourth word, and so on and so forth. And likewise, the third slider here that's placed horizontally is the character slider, or the letter slider. So this allows the user to switch between letters in a given word in a given line. So switching it, sliding it left to right will read out the second character, the third character, the fourth character on that word, of that word, which is itself on that line. So I've already loaded a text into the device. It's about long-necked turtle, a part of a text from Wikipedia. So let's have a listen. Okay, right, the line slider is all the way up. That means it's at position of line 1 right now, and so if we just pull it downwards to the position 2, it will read the contents of the second line but not the contents of the first line. So we have two options. One is to pull it back to position 2 and then quickly push it up again back to position 1, so as to get the system to read the contents of the first line, and then pull it back to position 2 and to listen to contents of the second line, and position 3 to listen to contents of the third line, and so on. Or we can use this button here, which will read out the contents of the current line, and this one is for reading the content of the current word and content of the current character. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and press this one.
This is part of a text about long-necked turtle from Wikipedia.
Okay, so that's the content of the first line. Now I'm going to slide it downwards to position 2 to get it to read the content of the second line.
Description edit.
Okay, that's the content of the second line, and the third line.
Like all pluridiverse turtles, the chellids withdraw their necks sideways into their shells, differing from cryptodives that furled their necks in the vertical plane.
Okay, and fourth line.
They are all highly aquatic species with webbed feet and the capacity to stay submerged for long periods of time.
And the fifth line.
The snake-necked species, Chellerachellus, Chelladina, and Hydrofusa are largely strike and cape hunters or foragers feeding on fish, invertebrates, and gastropods.
Okay, so now let's navigate word by word. And okay, just press this one to okay, so the first word is the
snake-necked.
Snake-necked species.
Genera. Chellus, Chelladina, and Hydrofusa are.
Okay, so I'm at the end of the travel here. There's no more space for me to slide rightward, and so that's where these 4 buttons come into play. Pressing this one would cause the system to retract the slider all the way to the start of the travel position, and at the same time it will pull up the next 9 words, so I can continue to slide down and continue to read the words. Okay, and this one is the same but just the reverse direction, so you can think of these two as page up and page down. And this one will make the cursor and the slider to go to the first word on that line, and this is for jumping all the way to the last word on the line. So these two are equivalent to home and end. on the keyboard. Okay, so let's try that out. Okay, and continue reading.
Largely. Strike and gape. Hunters. Or foragers. Feeding. On. Fish. Inverted rates.
Okay, and that's the end of the travel. And I pull in the next 9 words or the next scope.
And gastropods.
Okay, so I think I'm at the end of the sentence now. What happens if the user continues to slide on? Obviously, there's still space, and they can go on, but there's no more text. So if they do that, they'll get
no more text to read.
And so the user will know that okay, that is the end of the line. And okay, so I thought I heard a couple of cool Latin names just now, but I don't know how those names are spelled. So let's check out the character by character spelling of those words using this character slider. Okay, now we need to navigate back first to those words in question. Think they are in the first scope here, all the way to the first scope.
Hydromedusa.
Okay, Hydromedusa.
Cheladina.
Okay, now that's a word I don't know how to spell. Okay, now let's check it out. Okay. C
H
E L O D I N A comma. Okay, so that's the end of the word. So Cheladina. Okay, well, yeah, so that's how it's spelled. And let's check out Hydromedusa. Okay, I think it's spelled Hydromedusa, but let's check it out for sure.
Hydromedusa.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, so that's how it's spelled. Okay, so these 3 sliders allow the user to quickly read or browse through or go through a body of text, and yet with the ability to drill down quickly into level of character by character. And that's it. And okay, on the right hand side here I have 2 dials and 1 button. So the large dial is for switching, is for me to adjust the speech rate, the general speech rate, and the small one is for adjusting the spelling rate, and this one is for switching between languages. So let's try to increase the speech rate, the general speech rate. Okay, now that's super fast. Yeah, that'd be fun. All right. What was that? The second word, what was the second word? Yeah. Okay, let's try to check out the spelling.
S H O R D hyphen N E C K E D. Okay,
so short necked. Okay, yeah. So this one is for adjusting this spelling rate. So the spelling rate is different from the pronunciation, the general speech rate, which is a newly added thing. Before this, they were all the same. So and if the spelling rate is fast, sometimes even going through it character by character is not clear enough for us to understand what letter is it actually is. So let's try that. Okay, 480. Okay, let's go all the way to the first character. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of that's how it sounds like if it's at that rate. Okay, now let's just move it back. Okay, that's still pretty fast. Okay, I think 80 is good rate, and let's lower it, slower it. Okay, that's a comfortable pace. Alright, so that's what we have, and okay, up here I have the mode switcher, or the focus setter actually. So in a web page, it's typically we will have more than one text boxes, and if we want to focus on any given text box, we have to first hover the mouse over the text box and then click on it, and so that text box will now receive focus and the cursor will blink there, and so this is what this guy is for. If I switch it upwards,
spelling rate adjusted to 70.
Okay, the slider is a bit sensitive there.
This is the main text area. Explore the text by moving the three sliders on the device.
Okay.
Chat, this feature is still under development.
Okay, so that is equivalent to clicking on the chat text box.
Find, this feature is currently under development.
And that would be equivalent to clicking on the search or the find text box, but they are under development right now.
Location, this feature is currently under development.
And this is equivalent to clicking on the location text box. So something like maybe like a browser address bar kind of thing, where the user will be able to type in some text there, and then it will pull in the text on that location. And also
settings, press the left or right button to cycle through available languages. More setting options will be available here in future versions.
Okay, so if I push it, turn it all the way downwards, we go into settings, and it says left and right buttons. I don't have left and right buttons. That's because in the previous version of the board, this is actually rotated like that. So this is the left button and this is the right button, but the system messages have not been updated yet, and right now we can cycle through languages with these two buttons. So Chinese and Bahasa Indonesia,
languages set to English,
and English.
Okay. Languages set to English.
Yeah, so that's the three languages supported. I'm using eSpeak as a text-to-speech engine. eSpeak comes with many more languages, but I don't speak those languages, so I can only put in these three for now. Okay, but if you are interested in putting in other languages, such as Armenian or French or German or Hungarian, please feel free to contact me. Okay. This button here is equivalent to what we just did just now. So it will just cycle through all the languages. In future, these will not be used to cycle through languages anymore, but I'll probably use them for other things, other settings. So yeah, that's that. And it has a web interface, and we'll look at the web interface in another video. Thanks for watching.